All right. Good evening, everyone. Wait a minute. All right. There we go. Evening, everyone. This is Live Market Observation Volume 46. Volume 46. Welcome to everyone who is here for the first time. As you guys make your way on, please be sure to like and to share the video from whatever platform you are watching from. So if you're tuning in from Facebook, be sure to follow the TeamAlliance Facebook page and turn on the little bell. There's a bell there. Turn that on. If you're tuning in from YouTube, be sure to like and share the video and then subscribe to the channel. Very important. I don't know what happened between yesterday and today, but we were like 3 subscribers away from 4,000. And now we are 7 subscribers away. So it's like the number went down for whatever reason. Not the first time I've seen that. I don't know what YouTube does, but sometimes people might subscribe and unsubscribe, or I don't know. Sometimes they detect that a robot subscribed to, like, I don't know what it is exactly, but I've seen that happen before. But in any case, if you are a real person and you're tuning into this, subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right. And also turn on the bell notifications. That way you will receive notifications when I go live. You'll see the notification come on your push notifications, however you get that, through text message or email or whatever it is. If you're tuning in from Twitter, be sure to like and share the video and then to retweet. All right, muy importante. Also, if you're not a member already of the public TeamAlliance Facebook group, be sure to join, because when you join that group, it will ensure that you get a notification, because for whatever reason, anytime a post is made in a Facebook group, you'll get a notification if you're a member of the group. All right, so be sure to join the public TeamAlliance Facebook group. Something I noticed also on the group, they have a QR code now that you scan, I guess. I never knew how that worked. Let me try it on my phone. How you scan a QR code? Is there a QR code scanner, or do you just use your camera. That's something I've always been a little confused about. If someone knows, let me know. I just want to try it real quick. I'm going to do it from my screen because I just noticed it just now. When you go to the group, at the top, there's a QR code. So I think that it makes it easier for you to just be able to join the group. Like it pulls up on your phone and it must open up. Let me see what it does. Hold on. I'm going to try it with the camera. Maybe the camera does it. Let me see if the camera does it. Camera ain't doing shit. Hold on. Let me get this out the way. There it is. So it pulls up web page. Wait, let me try it again. It just came up and then why it ain't doing it now? Hold on, man. Let me try this. Web page. Go to facebook.com. So it's like it pulls up this little box that says go to facebook.com. Nice. All right, so that's what it does. So when you scan it with your phone, if you scan it with the camera on your phone, it will pull up the TeamAlliance Facebook group. I don't know if y'all can see this. Y'all probably can't see that. But it pulls up the TeamAlliance Facebook group. You probably didn't see that. But it pulls it up. And then you can just join the group. All right, that's good to know, man. I didn't know that. That is good to know. All right, excellent. Learn something new every day. All right, cool, man. That'll work. All right, so we're going to be doing some live observation. Going to look at the market. As I mentioned yesterday when I came on to do the live observation, that I kind of created a schedule for myself. I go to bed earlier and then I wake up like 2 or 3 in the morning. And then I start observing the market around that time. And then I continue doing that until it's time for my kids to go to school. Around that time, like 5:30, 6-ish. Wake them up, get them ready, and just observe earlier. So I'm gonna try that for a while, see how that goes, and if I like it, I might stick to that for a little while, and see what goes on. I did it yesterday, but I didn't see any opportunities actually when I was observing. So there was nothing to do, and we're going to talk about that throughout the observation tonight. The importance of remaining disciplined when you are observing. Now, discipline is something that you develop as you train. Like you got to train yourself to be disciplined. You don't just snap your fingers and you got discipline now. Most people are not disciplined at all. Most people, it's very difficult for them to stick to something and only do that. That's what discipline is. You don't break it. You don't make an excuse. You don't give a reason for why you don't do it. When you commit to doing something, you just do it. That's what discipline is. Discipline is also not doing things. So aside from doing something, it also means to not do anything else. So if you're focused on actually doing a process or executing a process, you don't deviate from the process and do something else. You never switch up and you never try to change anything up within the process. You just leave it as it is, and that's all you do. That's another way to define discipline. So discipline is an inherent part of what we do because you need that level of discipline when you're dealing with the market. And if you guys have questions, especially if you're new, please feel free to ask whatever questions you have. Just to give a brief kind of introduction to what you're looking at on the screen for those who are new. This is the Nadex platform. Nadex is a trading platform that we use. It's where you can trade derivative instruments. In particular, we focus on the binary options. We trade binary options on this platform. And the binary options are, in my opinion, the most powerful instrument that you can trade. I believe that it's more powerful than crypto, excuse me, Forex, the stock market. I know people trade on Robinhood and things of that nature. It's more powerful than all of these things because the binary option is the most simple instrument to trade and the most profitable one. Give you an example. On one profitable trade using the profit target, it's not a profit target, but just using the amount that we use when we trade a binary, it's a scale of 100, and whatever you're risking, the difference is what you'll earn as a profit on the trade. So if you're risking 80, you're going to make $20. And that's what we do. We risk 80 to make 20. Risk 80 to make 20. This is how the trade is set up. Okay. So if we win the trade, we're going to make a profit of $20. There's a fee of $1 on both sides of the transaction, meaning that when you enter the trade and then when the trade expires and you win the trade, you pay another fee of $1. So you pay $2 in total fees when you win your trade. So you subtract the $2 from the 20, and that leaves us with $18 on one trade. Also, on the trade, it does not matter where the market closes as long as it closes on the correct side of your strike price. So in other words, as long as the market is above your strike price if you're buying, or below your strike price if you're selling, you earn the $18. It doesn't matter where or how many micro pips above or below the strike price that the market ends up. As long as it's on the correct side for your option, you're going to win that $18. You're going to earn that $18 profit. Okay. So let's make that clear so that you understand the distinction I'm about to make. So if you take that, let's compare that to a typical Forex trade, for example. Mind you, also, this is starting with $100 in capital in your account. You can make a $100 deposit into Nadex, start with $100, and when you trade the way that I'm telling you, the trade being broken down as 80-20, $20 profit, $18 net profit. The hell? Yo, hold on a second. All right, so if you take those amounts that I just mentioned, right? The $18 profit, and that's based on an initial deposit of $100. So you're basically making 18% profit. if you win your trade on the platform. On one trade, 18%. Okay? Let's continue on. Let's compare that to Forex. With Forex, let's say that you're earning $1 per pip. Typically in Forex, it's difficult to have $100 account unless your margin is, what kind of margin level you even need for that? 1,000 to 1, 500 to 1. Let's say that you're using 500 to 1 leverage, and you have it set at $1 per pip. So you can basically be in one trade, and if you are earning $1 per pip, if you have $100 account, it means that the market has to move by 20 pips or so because you got the spread. So let's say 20 pips, and let's say the spread is two pips. So it has to move by 20 pips to give you the $18 profit. Okay? Meaning the market actually has to move by that amount, and you have to be correct. So in other words, if the excuse me, if the market goes against your position first, then it has to come back. So you're going to have a drawdown and all. Like with Forex, you understand that you're dealing with the actual Forex market. So whatever the Forex pair is that you're trading, whatever that movement is, that's what you're dealing with. So again, you have to close out on a 20 pip trade in order to make that $18 profit on that trade. Is it easy to do? I'll let y'all be the judge of that. I don't know what people are doing in Forex. I don't know how easy or how consistent you can earn a 20 pip profit on a trade. And I don't know if you even can start with $100 without blowing out your account because of how the margin is set up. Another thing too about Nadex, we don't deal with margin. There's no leverage involved at all. It's just straight up. You're risking the 80 to make the 20. So when you make a deposit, a portion of that is used towards the risk. The other portion is going to be what you earn in profit if you win the trade. And that's it. It's just straight up. There's no leverage involved. That's another thing about trading the derivatives on Nadex, more specifically the binaries, which is what we trade. So now, if you take that and you just compare the two, just using that example, which one sounds better? Like which one just sounds more feasible, sounds like less that you have to do? Remember, with a binary trade, it doesn't matter how many pips the market moves. With that same comparison in the Forex market, it has to move by 20 pips to give you that $18 profit. You're following me? So that's just one comparison right there. And I think that that's a good one because I'm using actual numbers and scenarios just to lay it out so that you can understand what I'm saying and that it's a fair comparison. That's fair. Again, I don't know if you're going to make a $20 profit. I mean, a 20 pip profit on your Forex trade. I don't know how often you can do that. But what I'm telling you is that when we trade on Nadex, every trade that we take is set up like that. It's set up 80-20 on every single trade. Now, we also can scale up. See, now here is where it gets even better. Because on Nadex, if you have earned, let's say, $100 in profit, or at least enough to go up to the next contract size. In other words, to instead of trading with one contract, now you can trade with two. You just doubled the size. So now instead of earning $18, you're going to earn $36 on the same trade. You see where I'm going? How do you scale up in Forex? I don't know. Can you even scale up that way in your Forex account because you're using leverage? Do you even have enough leverage to be able to use the scenario I'm laying out where you're going to be able to make a a 20 pip profit, meaning that you got to close out on a 20 pip move in the Forex market. So if you're trading the pound dollar, the pound has to move by 20 pips, probably a little more for a bigger spread. Or let's just say, it's a 2 pip spread. So we got to move at least 20 pips to give you your $18. It has to move that much to give you that $18 profit. So again, how do you scale that up? Because over a series of trades, if your balance goes up, at what point can you now double the amount of lots or mini lots that you can trade with? I don't know. But this is still a fair comparison. See? And the reason that I'm doing this is because I want this to be more educational than anything. A lot of people trade Forex. And y'all know that I know what I'm talking about clearly because of the way that I'm explaining it. That's how Forex works. You make your deposit and you have a certain amount of leverage depending on the broker that you're using. The higher the leverage is, it means that you have more buying power, so you can risk more per pip when you place one trade without blowing out your account right away. So that's the idea of leverage. The more leverage you have, the more room that you have, to hold on to a bad trade. For example, before the margin call comes and you blow out your account. That's what it is. So you need a broker with high leverage. And that right there means that more than likely is going to be an overseas broker because U.S. Forex brokers don't provide high leverage. IG has a Forex platform. They don't give you high leverage. I think it's 50-1. A couple of other Forex brokers here in the U.S., the most that they go up to is 100-1 leverage. But it's not 500-1. It ain't 1,000-1. You see what I'm saying? So, again, if you compare, which one's better? Which one is sounding better to y'all? Clearly, you see what's sounding better and what's making more sense. So if we just move into the Nadex world, now you can see like, wow, one, all you got to do is be correct about where the market ends when the clock runs out. Not to mention the fact that how long are you actually even in a trade for? It's a 5-minute binary option. So it expires at the end of 5 minutes. And we typically are in our trades for less than a minute. Just typically. So literally, in less than a minute, we'll know the outcome of the trade. I don't know how long it's going to take you for your market in Forex to move 20 pips. You're following me? So it's a different dynamic altogether. It's just different. And I'm suggesting that Nadex is better, period. Because just from what I'm using as comparable scenarios, it don't compare. It doesn't compare. Just like I said at the beginning, Nadex is better. It's better than Forex. It's better than crypto. And crypto is similar to the example that I used for Forex. It's similar to that if you're using leverage. Definitely better than the stock market. It's just better. So because it's the better alternative, what that means is now you benefit from all of the things that come along with what Nadex offers. On Nadex, we can scale. We can increase the contract size. As long as you have the money in your account available, you can increase the contract size accordingly. That's number one. The decision for the trade or the outcome of the trade, you know that right away in less than a minute. So the majority of your time is spent just waiting for the market to present you with the opportunity that you've been waiting for to trade. So, of course, you want to develop skill in the market so that you can trade and be profitable, because it's about learning how to end up in profitable trades. That's what it's about. You want to learn how to understand the market in order to do that. See, that's where we come in. But as far as just Nadex, I'm explaining this so that you understand how powerful this platform is. It's allowing you to do everything I'm mentioning. It's crazy. So, all right. When you put all of these pieces together, now you have a situation where as long as you're willing to wait for the market to actually position itself in a way where you understand the outcome of the movement, meaning, all right, when you look at the market, based on how it's moving, you'll understand what it's doing during the current environment that it's in. If it's in a slow environment, when you look at the movement, you understand what's going on in the slow environment based on the movement. The same type of candle movement in a different environment means something else. I'm laying out a lot of specific information that is really just showing you how powerful this really is. When you learn you don't you to understand how the market moves. And understanding how the market moves is what will lead to you being profitable when you trade. So you see how one thing ties into the next thing? But if you just come on the platform and just try to trade and that's it, like, oh, I just want to find good trades. If you come on with that thinking, you will fall short because this is not about finding good trades. This is about understanding what a good market looks like. Aha. Listen to that. Understanding what a good market looks like. Well, what's a good market? A market where the movement is able to be interpreted so that you understand the outcome of the movement. See, all right, the market is moving right now. All of these candles that we see here on the chart, these candles represent 60-second increments of time. Each of these candles is showing you the movement during a 1 minute period. So when you study market movement, when you look at the candles are helping you to interpret how much the market has moved in 60-second blocks of time. How much distance? How did they actually move? Do you see wicks on the candles? Because wicks indicate that there was reversal energy present. Look at that. Look at all the things you begin to discover just from observing. So just through observation, you start to understand the market. You start to understand, all right, well, there's a lot of wicks. That means there's a lot of reversal energy in the market. And we don't want reversal energy because reversal energy means that if I'm in a trade in one direction, the market can reverse and go the other direction while I'm in the trade. So why would I want to be in a trade when that energy is present? Look at that. So now your logic and your common sense starts kicking in. See, I'm not see, I don't just say stuff and talk about these things just because. I'm talking about them because this is really what is going to happen once you begin to understand what the market is all about. The market is not this thing that you should be afraid of because it just goes all over the place and it's out of control and it does all type of stuff and you never know what it's doing. That's only true until you actually learn about it. Until you learn about it, that's all of that is true. Market is crazy. Market does what it wants. Market does a lot. Market will make you lose your trade. You're absolutely right. But understand that it's not you versus the market, it's you versus yourself, because your problem is that you don't understand the market. And it's your job to understand the market in order to be profitable when you trade. How can your trades win if you don't know how trades win? Hold on, man. Digging a little deeper now. How can you win your trades if you don't know how trades even win or why they win? Just like if I ask you, well, why did your trade win? See, if you can't answer why, then you really don't understand the market, because the reason your trade won has something to do with what the market was doing. It's not just as simple as, well, it won because it stayed on my side of the strike and I won the trade. No, that's the consequence of why. But why? Why did the market stay on your side of the strike? Let's go a little deeper. Why did the market go against you first and then come back onto your side of the strike? How many of you been in trades like that? Market goes to the other side of the strike and then comes back. Why did you end up winning that trade? You know what's interesting is, in the past, I've taken trades during reversal energy because I understood what the reversal meant at the time. Y'all know that I talk about this, especially now more than ever. In different environments, different behaviors mean different things. Am I right? In a slower environment, big candles mean something different than they do in a fast environment. Whoa. That tells you a lot of information right there. Because now you're starting to understand the dynamic of the market. Like, okay, wow. I've noticed that when the market is moving faster and there's more of the momentum and the push, that when the market goes across the strike, that's not a bad thing. Aha. Versus in a horizontal market, I don't want the market to go across the strike. I actually want the market to remain in an area. Aha. You see the difference? So as you observe the market, you start to see for yourself and you start to understand things for yourself. The key to winning trades is understanding what wins trades. The one thing that consistently will win trades in the most simplest way is when the market is stable and it remains wherever it is, or it remains wherever it goes. I need shots for that one. I need shots for that one. It remains wherever it is, or it remains wherever it goes. I just explained both horizontal and vertical stability. Horizontal stability, market is remaining where it is. Vertical stability, market is remaining where it goes. Both are stability. From two different perspectives. So again, here we are. We right back to square one. Understanding the market. So it's just like how some people, because they don't understand one perspective, they don't like it. Like, this is what I've experienced in the past the most, probably. A lot of people are afraid of when the market is fast. They don't understand it. And see, the reason that you primarily don't understand it is because you really haven't taken enough time to even understand what fast means. See, fast doesn't mean erratic. Fast is just an environment. And then there are levels of fast. Some environments are faster than others. And if you're studying speed, or better yet, if you're studying momentum, you want the fastest environment with the most stability in it. Whoa. Same way that when you're studying a slow environment, right? What level of slow do you want? You want the slowest environment. With what in it? With stability in it. So it doesn't matter which perspective it is. In both instances, you want the highest level of the environment to be present. So if it's a slow environment, you want the slowest. If it's the fast environment, you want the fastest. The one with the most momentum in it, right? And you want the existence of, or the presence of, stability, meaning the market is either remaining where it is, horizontal, or the market is remaining where it goes, vertical. This is crazy how I break this down. Like, it really is. This blows my mind. It really does. All of this really just makes me like, I'm like, man, damn, how do you know this? But I understand all of this as a result of observation. That's how all of this has come into my space. So now I can communicate it very effectively because I'm able to execute it effectively. See, anytime you can do something well, you can explain it well. And then it just becomes the loop of execution and rinsing and repeating that same process. That's where we are now. So, recently in the group, I did the vertical stability training, talked about the crossover continuation, all that good stuff, right? And that training is very powerful. Like, I don't even have to do another one. Now, I've mentioned in the future I probably will, but I really don't have to because that was so descriptive and so solid that you don't really need anything else to understand it. You really don't. Also, because of the fact that you already understand stability, it makes sense anyway. See? And for those of you that don't want to be bothered with it, you don't have to be. That's the beauty of being here also. Like, no, I don't like fast. I'm not messing with it. Great. You stick to slow and to horizontal. That's right. Stay where you at. You don't have to come over here. See, it's not like I'm forcing you to do it. I'm not. But what I am doing in this process, I'm creating warriors in TA. What do I mean by that? Y'all ain't gonna be scared of shit. Y'all ain't gonna be scared of nothing. See, for so many people, it's the fear that is disturbing and interrupting everything that they're doing in the market anyway. People are afraid. People be scared to pull the trigger. People be scared to miss out on the trade, right? People are getting FOMO. Some people suffer from FOMO, and some people suffer from the itchy trigger finger. In both instances, they represent fear. Some people suffer from never pulling the trigger. They scared to click. Like, oh man, I don't know if this is it. Oh man, my heart's beating fast. So what I'm doing by going through all of these perspectives and taking time to explain everything, I'm helping you to remove the fear away from the market. Don't be scared of the market. The market is actually not scary. The market is actually very friendly because when you learn how to cooperate with it, not only do you win your trades, you know when to be in a trade, which wins your trades. See, it's not good trades that win trades. It's knowing when to be in a trade that's going to win the trade that you enter into. Because you're only going to take a trade, or better yet, receive a trade when the market presents that trade at the right time. And the right time being when the market is stable in the environment that you're trading in. So it doesn't matter. It matters if it's horizontal or vertical. It makes no difference. Whatever environment you're in, when the market has stability during that environment, that would be the appropriate time for you to be in a trade. Period. Period. Why? Because the market's stable. Well, what does that mean? It means that the market is going to remain where it is, or it's going to remain where it's going. Move and hold. Starting to click. See, for some people, when I do these sessions, these observations, and I'm talking like this, some of y'all waking up. It's like there's been things that are asleep inside of you. You're starting to wake up now. Because I'm hitting on certain things that are directly pertaining to you. Some of y'all suffer from one of the things I just mentioned. You're scared to click in. You itchy and you want to click into everything. You just want to trade. Some of y'all feel like you're missed out. So, I got to take the next one. And there don't be a next one. So you forcing your way into the market because you feel like you missed the last one. Am I telling the truth? Come on now. So again, you put all this stuff together, it all is just becoming more and more simpler. People, over time will begin to appreciate Nadex even more, especially with this acquisition by crypto.com, because they're a huge brand in the space and they already have existing exposure, and Nadex now is going to be under that umbrella. More people will become aware of Nadex. And the more people who become aware of Nadex have a chance to become aware of TA. Because we're the only ones who trade like this on this platform. We see, what's funny is that we trade 5-minute binaries, right? But even though we're trading 5-minute binaries, we're not trading every 5-minute binary. This right here don't have enough momentum, but this actually is crossover continuation that's set up. But the market here is actually in transition. If you look at what's going on now, market is trying to transition into a faster environment at this time. The market previously back here, you can see, was in a slow environment. Look at all of this. Look at this. Slow environment, right? Slow environment, slow environment. Now it gets down here, it starts to transition. Now you're seeing bigger candles and you're seeing consistent big candles. But this is the first time that you're seeing this. So this is showing you that the market is transitioning into this. Isn't that funny? It's like the opposite of what you look at when you're looking at horizontal. See, when you're looking at horizontal, it's vice versa. Look at what's happening. See, by you just listening to this and watching, you're becoming less and less afraid of the market. You're starting to make sense of the market. See, and what's interesting too is that I know in the past people have looked at fast as bad because I taught you to wait for the slow environment. I know that. In your mind, you're like, fast is bad. And fast is not bad. Fast is just not what you're focusing on. You understand? But the same way that you have focus and you have full clarity in the slow environment, we're doing the same thing in the fast environment as well. How is that even possible? Because it's the same market. And because the principles are the same, they remain the same. Stability, still we need that in the fast environment. Mm-hmm. The setup for the trade, of course, we need that in the fast environment too. No instability, no reversal energy. We need that in the fast environment. See? So the same principles are in effect. It doesn't matter which perspective that you're looking at the market from. So again, you're overcoming fear of the market. Some people are just scared of the market, period. And when you come around here, you're not going to be afraid of the market at all. You're just not, because you're not being trained in that way where you're supposed to be scared of something. You're not supposed to be scared of anything. You're just observing. You're learning how to watch. Just look at what the market is doing. That's how you'll know what it's doing. And as you perfect your observation, you begin to perfect your ability to execute the process that you're learning. See how that works? Some of y'all know what I'm saying is true. Multiple students in the group are in contact with me personally every day, sending me videos, asking for feedback. Mark, I think this is it. Take a look at this one. Is this it right here? Take a look at this one. Because sometimes if they're off course and they send me a recording, I'll give the feedback that they need. I like immediately I'm gonna go to what it is that you missed. I'll ask you, I'm like, well, what don't you have here? Oh, well, I don't have this and don't have that. Okay, so was this even worth recording? See, I do that to y'all on purpose because that's going to help you to grow. Now you start to realize, oh, snap. Yeah, so let me not focus on just one layer of stability. Let me focus on all the layers and let me just wait for all the layers to come. Then I'll record that and then send that. You see what I did to you? So the recording is an important part of the growth process for you. That's why I say it all the time. You got to record. You don't understand how important that is yet. But some of y'all are starting to realize just how important that really is. Because just imagine how many times you would have been thinking one way because you didn't record, but you're practicing the wrong way of executing the process. You just keep repeating it too, but nobody knows. I don't have a recording to see that that's what you're seeing. But as soon as you start recording, what happens? It all switches up. It changes up. See? Because now I actually am able to see what you're looking at. And because I can see what you're seeing, I can correct you and do it in a way where you actually answer the question. So even though I asked you the question, I'm not answering the question for you. You're going to answer the question based on what you sent to me. It really is like, I mean, it's kind of like down to a science at this point. And it works. It's very effective. Let me come over to the comments real quick. Let me see who's over here. I think Sabina Stevens is spamming in here. Stop putting links in here, Sabina. Diane Preston, you too, huh? Let me put y'all in timeout. Y'all go in the corner. Y'all go stand in the corner. Come in here spamming. Oh, Florence, you spamming too? All right. Timeout. Y'all cut it out. Stop coming in here with the spam. All right, so let me see who else is in here. Yeah, there we go. All right. Carrie says only way to scale up in Forex is to increase your lot size. Nadex still has it beat hands down. Yes. Yes, Nadex does. And that example that I gave, I think, was excellent, actually, because like I said, you need a lot of leverage to even have the comparison be fair to the way that we do things on Nadex. We don't need any leverage on Nadex, financial leverage. Our leverage is our skill. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oof. Come on now. Our leverage is our skill. Mr. James, what's good? Yep, perfectly said. It is and where it's going. That's right. That's stability right there in a nutshell. Options to trade options. Yep. Yes. And this is exactly what I mean. Rose says some people might consider fast environment and volatility as the same when they are not. Exactly. See, because what volatility actually is when the market has a lot of speed and momentum, but it also has instability present. So the actual movement itself ain't stable, and it's moving fast and with momentum. That's what volatility represents. A lot of speed, but a lot of erratic behavior. See, this is something else that is also interesting. Being able to reverse engineer the nature of the market. That's what I did. And I came to the realization. It's kind of like somebody discovering something that's there. I didn't create environment and behavior. That's what the market that's what the market is. I just saw it. When I took the time to finally just observe the market and stop taking trades first, this is when I was able to actually realize all of these things about the market that are inherent. The market has these things in it. Environment. How fast or slow is it moving? See? And most people don't look at the market that way. Most people look at the market like, is it up or down? It's like, there's a lot more to it than that. Are you kidding me? And the more that you learn, the more that you realize it's less about direction. It's more about behavior. Behavior. See, reversal energy is a behavior. Oh, shit. Whoa. Whoa. There's people that don't even know what reversal energy is. We know what it is. And the market proves that it's there. Like, I don't have to make it up. I didn't make it up. That's what the market does. It's just like if I asked you, well, how can the market go up and come down in the same minute? How can it do that? Which direction is it trending in? Oh, it's not trending in either one. Yeah, but what does that mean? Well, which direction is it going in? I don't know. Okay. So that has to mean something. What does it mean? Well, we know that it means reversal energy is present. And reversal energy is what creates instability. That's what creates erratic movement, because there are degrees of reversal energy. The same way there are degrees of speed. There are degrees of unstable movement. And again, through observation, you learn these degrees. You learn them. And what happens is you're seeing the gray area until you understand what the green area looks like. The green area is the profitable area of the market movement. How does the market look when you know the outcome of the movement? That's the green area. That's the only area that we're in when we're in the trade. Everything else is the gray area that's in the middle. That's where it's transitioning. It's trying to move from one environment to the next. It's trying to go from slow to fast, or it's trying to go from fast to slow. And then that gray area is somewhere in the middle. Look at that. You'll often hear me say, nah, it's not quite there yet. What does that mean? It means that it's still in the gray. Not in the green yet. Not quite there yet means not in the green yet. Man, it's crazy. Yep. Stability either way it goes. Facts. Right, essentials. And that's what it is. That's that, like everything I teach y'all is what the market taught me. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. Well, says this discovery is highly underrated and seriously life-changing. Thank God for Mark being a selfless individual. No doubt. No doubt. Yep. Because we know that I could just not say anything. Just trade in secret. But it excites me to know that I can share information. I can share plans. Like yesterday, I was talking about the plan, 2 trades a week. Listen, it's simple math. It is simple math. And you don't realize what the math means. Like most people haven't done the math yet. 2 trades a week takes you 15 weeks to get into position. Now, mind you, I'm talking about learning the skill first. I'm not talking about just getting on the platform and just throwing darts at the wall and hoping that you win your trades. Get skill. Get the skill. And then work on the plan. And what I'm saying is that as you're working on the plan inevitably unfolds. You will have to stop for the week because you'll be in position to see all of these different opportunities that come because your skill is increasing. You'll see trades set up and just be like, wow, that's one right there. Look at that. That's it right there. And the thing about it is that you're conditioning yourself to be disciplined by not going beyond a certain number during the week. In the example that I'm giving, if you are on that plan, you limit your trades to 2 per week. See, what I do personally is when I don't set a limit, it varies. So one week I might have 2 trades. Another week I have 6. Another week I may not have any. That's very rare, but depending on if I'm around and I'm observing less often, it's possible. I cannot have a trade all week. It's very possible, but very unlikely. But on average, I'll average over time like 2.5 to 3 trades a week. And in a slow week, I'll have 2 trades. In a week where there's just more of me observing the market or being around or whatever it is, I might have 6, 7, 8 trades in that week. Just what it is. So again, my point is this. To be at 2 trades a week, you would have to limit yourself to 2. Because as you become more skilled, there will be more because you'll be doing, you'll be spending more time observing. That's one. So you'll have to kind of like, when you get your 2 trades, log out. And it's good to create that discipline. I disciplined myself to be in 1 trade per week when I did Project 21 for the first time. When you go back and you look at the Project 21 playlist on the channel, Project 21 was one trade a week. You know how crazy that was for me at the time? It was almost impossible, but I did it. And again, I did it just to prove the point. Like, you don't have to be so stressed out worrying about, if you're going to get all these trades and you got to get trades by this amount of time. And no. What happens if you only do one trade in a week? And that's just what happens and what you do from that point going forward. That was the whole point of me doing that. So again, if we're looking at the plan that I'm laying out now, if you're doing 2 trades in a week, in 15 weeks, the project is done. And at the end of that, if you're still averaging what you've been doing the whole time, during those 15 weeks, you're still at 2 trades a week, your income is insane. Like seriously. At that point, just from that point going forward, now your annual income is in the top 1% of income earners in the country. And that's the plan. Now, the mission is to execute the plan. And in order to execute the plan, you need the skill. So you see how when you just put all of the pieces together, this is a life change. A complete life. You won't be able to even be compared to people that you know now. Like the average person and everybody that they know, you don't even know nobody that earns that type of income. Aside from your doctor or your lawyer. Like I'm being serious. And I keep saying it. Like I sound like a broken record because I keep repeating this. But I'm honestly at like, who do you know that makes that much money? And that will just be the byproduct of the skill set that you have and the platform that you have available to trade on and the training that you are a part of. See, it's like a whole thing. It's like this organism that you're a part of. And that's the result. That's the result. So throughout all of this, you're learning and you're training, you're developing your mindset, you're learning how to overcome your bullshit, you're learning how to overcome impatience, fear, greed, anxiety, you overcoming all of that. You see? And it's happening through the phases that you have to go through. I know for many of you, it's frustrating because you have to go through it. So in other words, you be doing shit that messes up. Like you'll mess stuff up along the way. But that's what's supposed to happen. You don't just snap your fingers and you start doing it the way that you should. You have to make the mistakes because it means that that's something in you that you have to overcome. Because you can't take that where we're going. See, where we're going is just simply execution of one process. That's where we're going. And you can't take the current mindset that you have there. So you have to get out of this mindset. And the thing about it is that this mindset is trying to survive. It's not trying to let you kill it, but you're killing it. It's trying to survive though. So what happens? What does that mean? It means that you end up doing some bullshit. And you'll say, damn, I don't know why I did that. Damn, I should have waited. Oh man, I should have did this. I should have. That's your old mindset trying to survive. It's trying to live because you're killing it. You're killing it with this training. You're killing it with TA training. But it's trying to live. Nothing wants to die. So it's going to try to survive. That's how it tries to survive. It comes up in you like, oh, damn, why did I do that? And you'll literally you'll say, like, why did I do that? Well, because you're bullshit trying to survive. Powerful stuff, right? See, we get deep into this, man. This is not like this not normal regular stuff that we do here. This is amazing things that we're doing here. We talking about life changing life-changing stuff going on. You know that's going to involve your mind. You know that. You know it's going to involve habits. Come on now. Yeah. Yeah. And I say it nonchalantly because that's what it is. That's what it is. 2 trades a week, 15 weeks, done. Yep. Yep. Yeah, you know what it is, man. Yep. Rose said even one trade every other week is a good time frame, even though it doesn't have to be that slow. Imagine you don't do that. You're basically in the same position later on. Right. See, like you begin to realize that the real plan is just 1-0. That's it. The real plan is just every time that you are in the market and you on this platform, once you end up being in a trade, that trade wins. That's the only plan. Everything else that you're doing surrounds that one plan. So that plan, 1-0, turns into Project 30 completed. That turns into 2 trades a week over 15 weeks. See, that turns into 2 trades a week on average afterwards when you're in position. It's still the same 1-0. That's the plan. So all of this training is getting rid of all of the bullshit that will interfere with 1-0. If it has any way to interfere with 1-0, it gotta go. That was hard. That was hard. That was hard. If it interferes with 1-0, it gotta go. Yes. Yes. See, I mean, because that's what it is. That's all it is. Yep. Yeah, yeah. The quotables is nonstop, man. They nonstop. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Olympic level mindset and training. That's right. Yep. Yep. Like this, like the swimmers. Yep. So that's how you know the vibe is strong. As soon as I said that, the internet went out. Let me see. Is it back? Is it back? I don't know if it's back or not. But this the question I always want you to ask. Is it worth it? That's the question. I want you like anytime that you're are around this content, this information, whether you're in training, whether you're not in training, whether you used to be in training and you ain't no more and you want to come back, is it worth it? Just ask that question. Because when you get the answer to the question, you realize what you have to do. See? You got to ask that question and then answer the question. And then you'll know what you need to be doing. You'll know what you need to be doing. Train, train, train. See? That's all it is. So, you know, it's a process. It takes time. Yes. But is it worth it? And I mean, are you kidding me? Like that's not even a fair question. Is it worth it? But I really want you to ask that because it's like it makes you realize, like, damn, why am I doing? Why am I thinking about anything else? Like I used to joke about this, but I'm kind of serious too. I'm like, you watching Netflix and you watching TV and you watching all, like I do that on occasion, but I really don't care. But training is something that I breathe. That's all day, every day. Like it's, you know, it's to the point where if I don't train, my family will be like, what's wrong? That's how you want to be. If they don't hear video playing, they'll be like, what's the matter? That's how you need to be. Because the same way you train is the same way you will trade. And the same way that you trade is what will produce the outcome that you want. See? So what do you want trading to be for you? There's only one thing, freedom. Shit. Here we go. Jeff says, there's so much BS that gets in the way. You once said that your mindset has to be free before you can obtain financial freedom, and that is a fact. That's a fact. The description I gave a moment ago where I talked about the old mindset and how you can't take the old mindset where we're going, that is powerful. If anyone missed that, you have got to watch this over again and just listen to that part because it is so strong. Your old mindset is like anything else that is in a living thing. It's trying to survive. Just think about a cold. You know what? Do you realize what a cold is doing in your body? The cold is trying to survive. When you get the flu, it's trying to survive in your body. That's what it's doing. And you keep doing shit to kill it. Vitamin C, honey, ginger. All of that is messing with the cold. The cold's like, damn, all this shit. I'm trying to stick around though. It's trying to survive. But you keep killing it. Eventually the cold goes away. That's the equivalent of the old mindset going away. The old is the cold. Another quotable. You are killing the old mindset. That's what's happening. And when your bullshit resurfaces, all it is your old mindset trying to survive. But it can't survive. It got to die. Romeo must die. Carrie, 301 to repeat. I'm still working on making it worth it. There it is. There it is. It's indefinite. It's the same reason why when people ask how long training is, it's like it's not clicking yet for you to even ask that question. How long do you want to be successful and to be successful at what you do? Forever, right? You want to be forever in dough. Okay, so that's how long you train for. You know, because it seems like, well, at some point you don't have to do it anymore. No, that's not true. Not true at all. What happens is at some point it becomes like breathing. Whoa. Man, oh man. You thought at some point you could stop doing it. No. At some point it got to be like oxygen. That's the level you need to be on. Not doing less, doing more. All right. I see we about to wrap this up. David Johnson, is worth it no matter what I go through, no matter what I experience, to get to the point where I get to be financially free. I'm strapped in. That's how you got to be. Just like that. Carrie, my old mindset keeps trying to raise his ugly head and I keep pushing it down. Let's go. Come on, man. Yes, you see what's happening, right? You see what's going on here? Come on, man. Work. That's all we doing is working. That's it, working. Come on, man. Mm-mm-mm. You know how some people, they love what they do to the point where it ain't work no more? You know what I'm talking about? Them doing their job is no longer work for them. They'll say, nah, this ain't work. It can't. How can it be work now? You enjoy it so much. See, that's the point that you're getting to. That's the point that you're getting to. You're working your way towards that. So, yes, it's work while you're killing your old mindset, but eventually your old mindset is going to be so beat down that it's as if it's not even there. It got to go. So the stuff can't pop up if it's like it ain't there, right? The new mindset dominates the old. That's the goal. And that's where you will be. That's crazy. Right. Here you go. Here's the question. When does a master stop practicing their craft? Nevuary. Yep. Yes. Yep. And it's so funny. I do this naturally. I still do this. Carrie said when he first started, everyone was trying to outdo each other with how many 301 views. Some were saying 15 plus per day. Exactly. Yep. Yep. And it works. It works. Yep. So yeah, and this was an interesting observation tonight. What I had mentioned earlier about the way that the candles in here had came in. This was the first time really that you saw large candles consistently, and that gave off an indication that the market is attempting to transition. And you can see it made multiple attempts to increase the momentum, but now it's still transitioning and it's kind of drifting back into a slower environment. You see how crazy that is? See, the market does what it's doing already. So what I'm saying is that it was already in a slow environment. Then the market attempted to transition to a faster one. You see that? Bigger candles. You see that? And now it's transitioning right back to what it was already doing, which was the slow environment. You see how, like, this is good stuff, man. This is good stuff. And you see, you're learning all of this. There's no stopping you. I'm telling y'all, man, I'm creating like warriors here, like for real. So just to recap, you're gonna overcome your fears. You're gonna be overcoming all of your bullshit, really. Everything that you have to deal with that interrupts 1 and 0. If it interrupts 1 and 0, it gotta go. That's gonna ring, boy. That's a hard line right there. If it interrupts 1 and 0, it gotta go. So whatever falls under that, gotta go. Well, how do you get it out of you? You train it out. Come on, man. This is what we do. This is what we do. Yep. So I'm looking forward to more of the recordings that you guys share in the group chat. Definitely looking forward to seeing more of that. Um, it's just a lot of good stuff coming. A lot of great stuff coming. We at the end of 2021 now. 2022, I believe, will be an awesome year for so many of us. It's gonna be crazy, like for real. Y'all don't even know yet. 2021 was a great year. Like I have a lot of stories during this year alone, and I can only imagine what next year will bring. It'll just be more of the same, you know. Yep. Yeah, the pleasure is all mine, Otis. The pleasure is all mine. Yes, indeed. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna go to bed early. I had a salad, man. That salad was delicious. I don't even want nothing else. Just drink some water and go to bed. That's it for me. I'm out. I wake up around 2:30, 3 o'clock, and do some observation, and that's it. Get ready for the kids to go to school, get them up out of here, and then enjoy the rest of the morning. All right, y'all. So I will see you guys on the next observation or coffee and charts. Tomorrow I will probably do a coffee and charts so I get in another live before the week is out because tomorrow's Friday. So the market's closing early at 4. Yeah, so more than likely I'll do a coffee and charts early, maybe in the afternoon sometime or whatever. All right, when I get a chance. All right. All right, y'all. So you know what it is, Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance. So this is live market observation volume 46. Yes, indeed. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace. Dom de Marco, Dom de Marco.